Hi everyone, today is Thursday, July 19, and I wanted to say good afternoon from the global economic north. For some reason it feels like it's a Friday today, so I just have to remember that today is Thursday. So today's video is going to be just an update. I'm actually going to do and share what I call our video reviews about physicians that I've come into contact with. One thing about the the nationalized healthcare system in Canada is that even though there's a lot of this like marketing material that says that, you know, the whole structure is beneficial and it's very focused on health and wellness, this nationalized free healthcare system is a huge problem when it comes to persons that have been racially profiled through basically racially profiled and then channeled through different biomedical model systems and structures. So on my YouTube channel, I've actually shared some videos about my experience with how I was racially profiled, and I just talked about bits here and there because when you go through the experience of being racially profiled into a specific Western biomedical model structure, in my particular situation, it was a very disgusting, and it still is a very disgusting experience because I was violenced, I was targeted, and I was processed through a system where I've lost, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollars related to even stuff related to the development of my career and getting successful bids related to successful career-related contracts. So I've been really thinking about this, and I said to myself, you know, I was questioning how does one even begin to talk about their abuse by, you know, the sort of Western biomedical model. And I'm not going to read from a script. I'm not going to, you know, modify how I speak to sound like something that sounds very robotic and very processed. I'm just going to speak to my experience. And I just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm just working on right now recovering all of my medical records and going through every single thing that was, every single notation that was written to sort of create these very problematic narratives related to how the whole medical system works in Canada. So this is just going to be a short video, and I just wanted to give you a heads up. And I think the way I'm going to structure this is that I'm just going to talk very frankly about the experience with a lot of these, I call them medical people. They're just these students that get trained in how to, you know, process drugs, and you know they're very problematic. They can't even like conceptualize or even paraphrase what you've communicated with them, and then when it comes to talking more about the abuse, it seems like a lot of these I don't even know what to call them, but they're very, very problematic. They're these medical people. They, you know, they know how to sort of play the politics. They appear like, they're paying attention, but they can't paraphrase. They're not responsive to what is being said to them. And, they continue to even violate their own oath, which, I guess when they go through the whole medical system credentializing process, they have to actually swear to an oath where they say that they're going to do no harm. So I'm actually going to talk about the problem with these specific medical people related to the discipline of this, related to psychology. And they have like these, I don't know, these people that you can go talk to about different things or struggles that you're up against. But then they have the version of these people, I call them biomedical practitioners. And all these people do is they prescribe drugs. If you are of a position that differs from what they say, they get very, very adversarial, they get very defensive, they get very ignorant, and they get very violent. And then what they do is they start enacting all these other processes, which it just amazes me that even any of this stuff exists here in Canada. I guess there's just a lot of stuff that I did not learn about when I was in grade school, from grade 0 to grade 12. So now that I'm, an adult person, it's like I have to go back and I have to sort of re-educate myself and reassert myself when it comes to different things related to also biomedical profiling and, abuse from these so-called medical people. So I'm just in the process of getting all the names, and there are some names that I recall from memory, but there was also a lot of these like medical people that I came into contact with indirectly, meaning that they came into contact with me and they completely destroyed, a lot of things that I was working on. So I'm gonna do these, probably call it like medical review videos, and talk about these so-called physicians that deal with people that relate to, I guess, a lot of these problems related to the discipline of psychology. And, I just find it very, very problematic even talking about it, because, it comes down to how much of yourself you want to sort of share, because there are a lot of ignorant people out there who will just make these assumptions and then presume that, whatever a physician says is sort of what the reality is. And that's not necessarily true. A lot of physicians are very dumb, they're very ignorant. Seems like there's something wrong with their brain function. And then when you actually interact with a lot of them don't even have the time to sit down with you and speak to you in terms where they can also paraphrase to you what your concern may be. So on that note, I'm just giving you a heads up, and I've got a couple in mind, and I'm trying to get my sort of positioning around, how do I talk about it, because I'm also writing about it. And my goal for doing this is to work towards change in the legislation, so that persons like myself, to start with, are not processed through these biomedical structures that are very, very violent and very, very abusive, starting with black women or women who look like me. So on that note, thank you for watching my videos, and to say today, it's just a really nice day. It feels like a little cool, and I'm kind of sad about that because I guess there's one more month left and then that's it for summer. So I'm speaking to you, or speaking with you, from the global economic north, and I wanted to say thank you very much for watching my videos. I do appreciate your comments, and if you'd like to actually get in touch with me, I've also left my email address, which is goosecanada@gmail.com. That's goose as in the bird, Canada like the country, all one word, goosecanada@gmail.com. Thank you for watching my videos, and have yourselves a wonderful day today, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening.